My family and I just got home from a few days in Budapest, Hungary, where we were attending the FEIC conference. FEIC is the Fellowship of European International Churches, and God really moved at the conference. It was a great time to connect with other pastors and friends, and God really spoke to us through the various presenters, and we're just so thankful to be a part of that network, to know that Alicante Church is not alone, but that there are international churches throughout Europe that we can link arms with. While we were there, I was wandering through the streets of Budapest and came across two young adults who were passing out flyers and speaking to people on the streets, and they were advocating that street music should be legal. Just the idea of playing an acoustic guitar or an accordion of some sort, that is illegal in some parts of the city of Budapest, and so they were advocating that that should be legalized in the city, and I'm all for that. I told them, I said, I grew up in Spain where we would do street evangelism, and many times we would play a song in the streets, and I said, I'm for you guys. I hope that works out with the government with what you're doing. And they actually had a community event happening shortly after the conference was going to be over, and they said, we'd love for you to be a part of this. And I said, I will be there. I said, is there any way I can share maybe a gospel presentation similar to how we do it on the streets in Spain? And as she went to shake my hand and say deal, she said, I want you to sing the gospel message. And I said, fair enough. I've got some friends that I can bring along. I don't sing, but I've got some friends that I can bring along, and they'll help me with that. And so we went to their community gathering, and there was a great group of people there that were just getting informed about what street music is and why it should be normalized and legalized in the streets of Budapest. And it was our turn to play, and we sang a song called I Speak Jesus, which went along quite well with their theme, because in the bridge it sings about how we should speak Jesus in the streets. So we sang that song, we explained what it meant to them, and then at the end of it, we were able to pray for the leaders and for those in attendance. And when I tell you that God's presence came in that place, it was so powerful, so palpable what God was doing. These were just Europeans, Hungarians that were there just trying to normalize street music in their city. But when the presence of God fell in that place, there were tears swelling up in the leader's eyes. And she said, no one's ever prayed for us before. No one's ever prayed for this movement before like this. And we just encouraged her, saying that God was real, that Jesus was real. And God really ministered to that group of people that particular night. We gave her the information to the church that was hosting the conference, and she assured us that she would attend as well. And I just walked away from that whole experience realizing that we have such an opportunity before us every single day to make the most of what God has before us. And whether that's you're in the grocery store, at the library, at work, or at a school, just know that God's sons and daughters are right before us, and He is drawing them unto Himself. And if we can make the most of every opportunity given to us, He can draw them into His kingdom. So may I encourage you to do that. Make the most of every opportunity.